The man, just because the eating spoon wasn't to his satisfaction, actually bent it into a fork with his bare hands. But for such a shocking performance, the people around remained quite indifferent, because in the eyes of Kaibal, his actions were just petty tricks. Then Kaibal shook the spoon in his hand, and in the next second, the iron spoon actually bent. The man is known as the second master in the prison. This doesn't mean that he ranks second in terms of strength. Instead, it's because he is the second man in this prison who can't be confined. The first one is Oliva, the freest man on the surface of the earth. In this most secure prison, except for these two, all the other prisoners have to line up and gather every morning, and even Baki, who has just been imprisoned, is no exception. However, when the prison guard was giving a lecture, Baki was surprised to find that other prisoners were reporting in, standing as straight as rods, for fear of angering the prison guard. But the second master, Kaibal, actually yawned and swaggered right up to the prison guard. Soon it was lunchtime. Here, only Kaibal could enjoy a delicious lunch. Seeing flies flying around everywhere, he quickly pulled out the prison guard's gun and pressed it directly against the guard's head. He told the prison guard that flies were not allowed in the dining area for such a dangerous move. The prison guard was so scared that he didn't even dare to say a word, and this was Kaibal's privilege. Some people, in order to obtain this privilege, would challenge Kaibal. The burly sumo wrestler in front of him was a world champion who had never been defeated. He thought that with his large build, he could easily overpower Kaibal. So during the meal, he started provoking Kaibal. He actually bent the spoon into a fork with his bare hands. Then Kaibal shook the spoon in his hand, and the iron spoon bent in the next second. Feeling humiliated, the man angrily overturned the table. When the prison guards saw this, they came to stop him, but Kaibal snatched the prison guard's pistol and handed it to the man. He told the man to shoot him in the head. However, the moment the man pulled the trigger, Kaibal kicked the man to the ground. The man let out a painful scream. The man was extremely angry. Since his strength lay in sumo wrestling, he proposed to have a sumo match with Kaibal. As the match began, the man tried to lift Kaibal up, but no matter how hard he tried, Kaibal didn't budge an inch. Seeing how weak the man was, Kaibal slapped the man in the face. The man's eardrum burst instantly. Kaibal plucked out his own hair and inserted it into the man's ear. The hair easily wrapped around the man's cochlea. With a gentle pull, the man fell to the ground, and Kaibal won the fight. Afterwards, Baki found Kaibal and was about to challenge him to a fight. Just then, the prison guards suddenly rushed over and interrupted their conversation. In the next second, the police baton in the prison guard's hand actually ended up in Baki's hand.